all the veterans out there that you've always been told, don't apply to jobs until 90 days out, or don't look really until 90 days out. These veteran programs and college campus programs are the exceptions to the rules.
Welcome, everybody, to the Resourceful podcast. I'm your host, Taylor Wilson, and today we have Assistant Vice President David Trenholm of Bank of America on here to talk to you about development program with Bank of America and who that's for. Without further ado, I'd love to introduce David Trenholm.
Hey, Taylor. Glad to be here with you today.
Thanks, David. So, David, I know that you're with Bank of America and that you went through Bank of America's development program for military veterans. And I'm just interested to know more about your background and as well, who is the Bank of America development program for?
So my background, I was prior enlisted for 4 years in the Navy. I got picked up for an officer program, and then I became a naval flight officer. And for the last 16 years, I flew in the back of the P-3 Orion. And the development program, for the most part, we've got the Global Technology and Operations program, and there's also a strategy and a management program. And their target audience are E7 and above and bachelor's degree minimum. So those are the minimum requirements to get in, and they're not looking for exactly finance backgrounds. They're looking for leaders that they can groom over a 2-year period. To help lead Bank of America into the future. And so with my program, Global Technology and Operations, I spend my first year with the operations side for myself, and then next year, come this June timeframe, I'll be switching over to the technology side. So I get a little bit of everything and exploring different opportunities within the bank before finding my permanent placement in the desired area I'm looking forward to.
What kind of training do you go through in that program?
So in the training, a lot of it's OJT. All depends on on the job training, what area you go into. But a lot of it is a lot of mentorship, hands-on, continuing education type of events. And then some of it is, of course, the dreaded, what we would call in the military, GMT, General Military Training. So it's same type of general training everybody at the bank has to go through, whether it's cybersecurity, risk analysis, and so on. But it's very entertaining and constantly challenging. Every month we go through 2 or 3 different areas of the bank, learning about different types of positions or leadership skills, or translating what we did in the military to how we can lead at the bank.
Why did you decide to get into banking?
So I decided to get into banking. For one, I had a great person come by that was actually talking about a hospital and saying, hey guys, hospital is more than just doctors and nurses. It's got program managers, IT, HR, everything. And so I took that same mentality once I learned about Bank of America, because Global Tech and Operations is all behind the scenes stuff, not bank tellers, not financial advisors. It's a lot of the behind the scenes, program management, HR, all that other stuff we talked about. And then the more I researched on Bank of America, to date, I've probably talked to about 300 different people. And before I joined the bank, I specifically searched out people that were former employees of the bank. And out of probably the 100 people I talked to before I joined the bank, only one of them had anything negative to say about the bank. And that was more about he didn't like his position or the role he was playing versus the bank treating his people as a whole. And then talking to people at the bank, everyone I talked to, it just, the value system and everything just mirrored the military, and the career paths kind of mirrored the military, so that every 2 to 4 years, People were changing positions, changing roles, and that told me is like, hey, I can kind of job hop without ever leaving the bank. And after doing, being associated with the Navy for 25 years, I'm personally not looking to jump around from job to job or company to company. But I like the idea that, if I'm not liking one thing I'm doing at the bank, I can always look to other opportunities and switch to a different role.
Well, it sounds like you found your opportunity. And I'm interested too. How can others learn more about this program that Bank of America offers?
So other ways to learn about it, and actually any college student, Google campus programs at Bank of America, and all the three military programs, plus there's about 40 to 50 college programs for anybody finishing up their bachelor's degree or master's degree. And I say it's extremely important. Timing is important. So really July timeframe to August is when all these programs start to open up, because they start hiring come November, December timeframe for people to start in either February or July the following year. So of all the veterans out there that you've always been told, don't apply to jobs until 90 days out, or don't look really until 90 days out. These veteran programs and college campus programs are the exceptions of the rules. You literally have to plan a year ahead. Like I said, July, August timeframe, look on the website, and then they start opening up and hiring for the following year.
David, it's been a pleasure you being here today. And for any of you out there that's interested in what's next for you and finding your next career in banking, definitely click the link below to find out more. Without further ado, David Trenholm. Thank you, David.
Thank you.